This is the Venture18 from HPI Racing. It's a brand new 1/18 scale crawler with some cool features and a lot of potential. So let's check it out. In the box, the Venture18 comes ready to run with an impressive 6-channel transmitter with all of your usual adjustments, an optional thumb steer adapter, a cross wrench, an ESC programming card, a USB LiPo charger, and the instruction manual with some additional paperwork. Taking a quick look around the outside of the truck, we have an officially licensed 1985 Toyota Hilux SR5 Lexan body. A lot of you will notice that this truck looks very similar to the one used in the Back to the Future movie series. It has the same front and rear tube bumpers along with a roll bar behind the cab with some KC style light pods on top that you can add LED lights to. HPI did include some additional molded plastic details throughout, like the front grille, light buckets, side mirrors, door handles, and even windshield wipers. On each side of the truck, we have some running boards that capture the body to keep it in place. This truck sits on a set of Rockthorn tires, which appear to be a scaled down and slightly more aggressive version of the tires that come on the 1/10 scale HPI Venture. They're very soft and have a light foam on the inside, so it seems like they'll provide some good traction. They're wrapped around some nice looking chrome 3-piece plastic beadlock wheels that have removable center caps to hide the wheel nuts and make the truck look even more realistic. Another nice little feature is the clipless body mounting system. Underneath the front bumper, twisting this little tab allows you to lift up the front of the body and easily access the inside of the truck. The body hinges in the rear and stays attached to the vehicle, so you don't have to worry about unplugging the light kit. All of the wiring for the light kit is secured to the inside of the body with tape and plugged into a light controller unit. This light controller is plugged into the 6-channel receiver, allowing you to control all of your lights with the channel 3 button on your transmitter. You can flip through 5 different modes and control how you want the headlights, tail lights, and indicator lights to function. You can choose to have low beam or high beam headlights, hazard lights, active brake lights, and active turn signals. Moving on to the main electronics, the Venture18 is actually available in a brushed and a brushless version. For this brushless version, HPI Racing partnered with Furatech to provide what looks to be a Lizard Light ESC, rebranded as an HPI ESC, along with a Venom 1212 3450 kV brushless outrunner motor. I actually worked with this same system recently in the 2024 Hobby Plus CR18P Rushmore and loved it. You can plug it into the included Furatech programming card to change all of your basic settings such as motor direction, drag brake, voltage cutoff, and BEC voltage, which is really nice. I can tell you from experience that this is a solid system and I'm excited to see it here in the Venture18. My only complaint is that it isn't waterproof. HPI included 2 different micro servos in this vehicle. We have the main steering servo up front and then another shifting servo behind the transmission. The steering servo has metal gears while the other servo has plastic gears since it's only shifting the transmission. I'm not sure what the speed and torque ratings of these servos are at the time of this filming. Everything is powered by a 7.4 volt 600 milliamp 2S LiPo battery with XT30 connectors. The battery is held in with a Velcro strap and mounted next to the transmission to evenly distribute the weight. The motor is mounted to a 2-speed transmission that looks pretty much identical to the transmission in the CR18P from Hobby Plus. You can shift between low gear, neutral, and high gear using the channel 6 rocker switch on the transmitter. Portal axles are kind of controversial, so I'm sure a lot of people are happy to see straight axles under this truck. We have full metal gears in the transmission and axles, which is nice. They did include bushings instead of bearings throughout the drivetrain, but that's fairly standard in these mini crawlers. All of these steering and suspension links are made of plastic, but for plastic links, these are actually somewhat rigid. On all 4 corners, we have some oil-filled shocks with plastic threaded bodies, orange aluminum shock caps, and adjustable preload collars. The shocks feel nice and are much less bouncy compared to the friction shocks that are included on some other mini crawlers. Venture 18 is a lot of fun to drive and seems to be a pretty capable platform. The lighter Lexan body really helps with performance compared to hard plastic bodies, and the weight of the truck felt pretty well balanced overall. The tires handled well on the sand and rock surface that I ran the truck on. Just like pretty much every ready-to-run steering servo, the servo in this Venture 18 is an area I know a lot of people are going to want to upgrade. It's definitely not the strongest or the fastest, but it gets the job done. The 2-speed transmission does make a noticeable difference. I did some speed testing with a GPS and found that this truck goes around 3 miles per hour in low gear and can reach up to 8 miles per hour in high gear. Keep in mind that this is the Flux version, so the brushed version might be a little bit slower. Just out of curiosity, I tried testing the runtime of this truck by driving it full throttle in low gear for an entire battery pack. The truck ended up lasting about 45 minutes total. Now, crawling with it, of course, will yield different results, but I figured I'd mention it because I thought it was pretty impressive. For a ready-to-run radio system, I'm quite pleased with the feel and function of this stock transmitter. The thumb steer adapter is an awesome feature that I feel more transmitters should have for accessibility, although this one actually isn't too bad to operate one-handed compared to others. To install the adapter, all you have to do is remove the steering wheel with a 2.5mm hex driver, insert the adapter in the back of the steering wheel, thread in the 2 included screws, and reinstall the steering wheel. There's plenty of adjustability, and all of the dip switches are actually labeled, so you can easily change settings when you're out in the field. While I was out driving the vehicle, I noticed myself accidentally bumping the channel 3 and channel 4 buttons a lot due to their location on the transmitter. The channel 4 button isn't hooked up to anything, but bumping the channel 3 button just kept flipping through the light kit modes. A sincere thanks to HPI Racing for sending this vehicle out prior to its release. Like and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one.